Hello, Twisted friends, fans, and all other configurations of viewer. My name is Twisted Trissler, and welcome to the channel. Now, today, y'all are going to be riding along for an interesting ride. We're starting a brand new series today on American Truck Simulator called Diaries of a Virtual Trucker. Now, this is, just to kind of let you guys know, this is a brand new profile. Well, yeah, I've got enough levels on it to be able to get to this truck, which is Pister Modding's truck. This is his 389, which is available for purchase on his store. I will leave a link down in the description below. Paired with Serial Black's Screamin' DD60 sound pack and engine pack. I'll leave a link to that as well down in the description below, just because this is a really marvelous pack to use. As you can tell, looks good, sounds good. They're charging me for not using my headlights, and I hate it. But right now, as it stands for the profile, we have this truck, $58,000. We had a little bit more than what we had before because we just got fined for not using our headlights, which I hate that about this game. The game dictates when you can and can't use your headlights, and that bugs me to a degree. But you guys are going to be riding along with me as we build an empire from the ground up using this truck. So, truck is brand new, as you can see down there at the bottom of your screen. It does only have 4 miles on it, and currently, as you can see at the bottom of the screen as well, I do have an overlay going over, so that way you guys can see what load we're running and where. But you guys will be with me every step of the way on this profile. That being said, episodes will probably cease when we get to either A, we get to where we're going, or B, we have to stop at a rest stop or something along those lines, depending on what time constraints are. This load, we should be able to get it all in one, but we shall see. Sometimes dumb things happen, and that looks like, so we're picking up that trailer of plows there, or a plow by the looks of it. I can only get it in a try. Okay, cool. Basically what I was just doing there, for those of you who are not familiar with American Truck Sim, is you do have a little bit of dictation over how your load is loaded and on what type of trailer. So that being the case, I was just checking there to see if there was any other options. I'm not a big fan of split axle and tri-axle trailers. I'm not in real life. I'm not in this game, just because of the fact that depending on the trailer and depending on how it's loaded, it's tough to predict which axle it's going to pivot on when you're backing up. Now, I'm going to come out and say it straight out. There are probably a lot of super truckers out there that are, oh, well, I've never had that problem and all this other huggamaroo. But, you know, from every one that I have ever pulled, sometimes they pivot on the front axle, sometimes they pivot on the center, sometimes they pivot on the back. Really depends on what the environment looks like below your trailer and where your weight is located. There we go, let's get hooked up to this guy. Now, I do have normally my camera would be tucked all the way up over into the corner. It is not for this series, just because of the fact that I do want you guys to be able to see what is going on in my mirrors. So even though I've had a point right now, I do not have Track IR hooked up. I'm debating on doing that. But since I have a point here where I can't like tilt my head left and right to look left and right, there are going to be times where I don't look left or right. Because it is kind of a thing for me to do that. But also, so for dictation, for what is going on with the channel. So as you guys know, I just started uploading again, which I do apologize to all of you out there who do enjoy my content, because this is one of those situations where I'm gonna upload, I'm gonna do all the things, and then I take like a 6-month hiatus. I get like 2 videos up and then I take a 6-month hiatus. That's partially just because real life stuff is going on and I'm incredibly busy. The job that I'm actually working now is a 9 to 5, is more like a 12. I run that job. I'm working like anywhere between 40 and 70 hours a week, so uploading a video is not always the easiest thing to do, for the sake of uploading and editing. And I don't mean that as like a feel sorry for me, but just kind of an understand of like, hey, kind of busy. But I definitely, I want to pursue YouTube, and right now my goal is to get up to 1,000 subscribers. That's where I'm at. I'm at 300 now, at the time of recording this video, and I want to get up to 1,000. So if you guys could share this video with your friends, I know it probably is super boring, because there's a lot of you out there that, it's a semi going down the road, who cares? But this is one of those games that I do like to play a lot on my own time. Farm Sim, which you guys have seen videos of and will see more videos of, is another one of those games that I play and modify on my own time. So it's one of those situations that there will be more exciting games, like Monday's upload was Buckshot Roulette. Uh-oh. I think that's the other. Yeah, that's the other. I hate that about this, is they have the trains so close together that when the signals activate, you can never tell whether or not it's the one you're currently about to drive over, or if it's the other one here that we're about to cross going left. But as you can see, we're going up to Riverton, Wyoming to HMS Machinery. They actually need this, so we're going to run it up there to them. It's going to be about a 329-mile trip. But we like looking at the time constraints as well. It's going to be about an 18 to 25-minute trip, which should leave us right in the realm of about a half-an-hour episode. So that being said, we should be able to get all of this in one trip. Hopefully you guys are along for the ride with me. State Trooper, come on, man. You're gonna make me sit through another light, aren't you? Well, this is a good opportunity, if nothing else, to take a look at the outside of our truck as we're waiting on the train to go by. And to tell you just a little bit about it, this is a 12.7 liter DD60 with an 18 speed with 511 rears, 24-inch rims with a Super 18, which is, in my personal opinion, a fantastic combo of a truck. It's a little long for my taste, so my turning radius is not where I want it to be. However, it's a damn fine truck. I enjoy driving it. Obviously, with the Detroit diesel in it. Not saying anything against Cummins or the thing that PACCAR put out, the MX whatever it is that they have now. But Detroit diesel is where it has always been for me. Just because I like the power they put out, I love the sounds they make. They just, for me, it's one of those, they sound like they're going to get the job done. Like even right now, I'm outputting so much power that like I'm skipping gears all over the place. Like if you watch my gear shifter down there at the bottom right in the map, like I'm not even going into my high gears at all. and I'm pulling this load just fine. Granted, this isn't the heaviest load in the world. Ah, those Jakes. Those Jakes sound so good to me. So, since we're on the way down here, I mean, I think I've pretty much, thanks to the delay of the train and the state trooper car on top of everything, I've gotten a lot out of what I wanted to tell you guys about coming into this. So, sometimes it's just nice to sit back and listen to your motor sing. I mean, it's this thing sounds good for a reason. Now, this is also thanks to Serial Black. He just got his website up and running, I believe, a couple of weeks ago. Granted, I'm not 100% on that time frame, but like I said, he just got it up to where he's actually making sales now, which is awesome. That's why, links, follow him, because yeah, this is he does a lot more than just the Detroit Diesel series. I believe he has a Cummins series. He has all different kinds of engine sounds. Go check him out. But he also offers a physics pack to make sure that the trucks actually feel like they should running his engines. So I definitely appreciate him getting that operational. Pizster Modding as well, the author of the truck. He's actually a really great guy. I've had a few chances to talk with him directly, and from my experiences with him, he is one of the best. I don't mean to talk about any of the other creators. However, his is for, I think his truck is like $85 right now, but it comes with everything that you would need. It comes with the pack, it comes with the truck, the pack being like internal sounds, external sounds. We're going to turn down the truck volume just a little bit there, so just so that way y'all can hear me over the truck. But it comes with the truck itself. His Discord has all different kinds of people that are trying to help out the Pizster modding community. I am actually also a part of the Pizster modding VTC, which is where the overlay comes from. It's the Truckee app that you can get for your desktop, just so that way you guys can have it and do the same things that I'm doing. Let's see, am I gonna have to... Hey, there we go. But I am a part of the Pizster modding VTC. I'm a part of their Discord community, and not only do you get the truck itself, but you go through, and I'm not exactly sure on if he's doing any deals or anything at the moment. He did have a deal there for a while where you buy the truck, you get he has 2 grain trailers and a Manic logging trailer that you would get on top of that. Alright, sorry about that, you guys. I had to take a quick second there. I had to plug my headset in because it was deciding to try to die on me. But yeah, so you it's like $85. You get the truck, and then you get access to the entire Discord community, which is awesome. There's a bunch of people in there that are going through and making mods specifically work for this truck. That are making mods in addition to this truck that you can get. Like there's a couple that have made like Sissel's Mega Pack, which is like the steering wheel, the accessories, like my dash cam over there, which you can barely see under my mirror. Those are all stuff that you can find on the Discord. So not only do you get that, you get access to the Discord, you get access to the private Facebook group, and it's generally a good time. The thing with it is, unlike other creators, and like I said, I don't want to bash anybody because everybody does what they're gonna do, but this mod, unlike some of the other trucks out there, are 100% completely original. I think the only thing in this truck that may be SCS based is the camera. Oh, passing a cop doing 5 over, 4 over now. Cool. Whereas I've seen a lot of other creators out there of the Peterbilts where they go through and they just modify the base SCS truck. That is not what has happened here, or if that is the case, it has been hidden very, very well. But this truck comes with all different kinds of options, everything from day cab all the way up to a 72-inch sleeper. I believe it's 2 different axle lengths, a shorter, axle lengths, a shorter axle length, and then a longer axle length. Pusher axle, which is your tag axle, are optional on each. Helps if I stay on the road, huh? But I definitely recommend it. Like I said, I am not getting anything off of the link that I'm going to put down in the description. It's just one of those things that Pizster has been incredibly cool with me from the beginning, helping me sort through any and all issues. He's also that type of guy too, that if you have a problem with something that's going on, especially lately, they've just gone through and done a really big change. Make sure my lights are on there. He just went through and did a really big change, so now, like, because of people who are goofballs who are leaking trucks, he has gone through and made it so that way each truck now has a key, but you have to download that specifically from the website. So stuff like that. I mean, but you know, that caused some issues with people who have already had the truck for a while. But it was as simple as just messaging him and being like, hey man, I got a problem. And he's like, oh, all right, cool. Here, it's fixed. Bam. And, you know, that was within the hour of messaging him, which is absolutely fantastic. Especially once you're in the Discord group, you can kind of see him and see where he's at and what he's doing. But so far, I mean, he could tell you otherwise, but I have yet to have a bad experience when messaging him. When messaging him with any kind of support needs or anything along those lines, he's quick to fix it. Ooh, it's a pretty sunset. I like that sunset. I always love it that time of night when the sun drops over the horizon, and if you've got hills or mountains in the background, they just black out, so it's like it's a silhouette. All right, so got about 170 miles left to go. So far we're doing decent. Fuel economy has not been the best. I'm only getting about 4.5 miles a gallon. But, you know, it's one of those situations that big old square nose truck and this type of environment, you know, it's you're only going to get so much fuel economy. Why are we okay? I was looking at the camera for a moment and I turned and realized that brake lights, but they were just rear lights, not brake lights. Looks like they're pulling off for the night. Or that's just, yeah, there's a big truck stop there. I'd imagine they're probably pulling off for the night. Yeah, stay in the lane. That's going to be the hardest part of this video is you guys sitting over there going, stay in the lane! I could see that coming. Yeah, to be honest, I mean, so I used to, I am a CDL holder in real life, and I used to haul cattle, and I miss this part of it. Sadly, I don't miss who I did the job for. But I do actually miss the driving part, just because it's one of those that, you know, you get so used to being in a truck cab, and those of you truckers out there who are watching this, who have done it for a while, will completely understand. You get kind of weirdly hooked on being in the truck cab and just seeing the lines pass you, and I definitely miss that a bit. Definitely think one of the big upgrades I'm gonna make here soon is changing out the rear gears. I want to get a little bit more speed out of this truck. Seems like I'm maxing out, killing my fuel economy, and I'm only getting like 65 miles an hour. So I'm gonna probably end up doing an upgrade on the rear diffs. Definitely gonna stick with the 18 speed. One does not simply have a Peterbilt that doesn't have an 18 speed in it. That doesn't happen. We don't talk about that. And yes, I am aware there's a bunch of you people out there that are like, oh, if you were a real trucker, you would know that this is, there's snow on the ground. You're not supposed to be using your Jake brakes. Well, guess what? I'm using the Jake brake. I use the Jake brake no matter what. And I'm not because one of those guys that's like, oh, my Jake brake sounds so cool. No, it's one of those that, like, I run under the mindset that no matter what, a Jake brake, no matter how loud it is going to be quieter than a semi smashing into stuff. That's where it kind of is for me. Oop, missed the gear. That happens on occasion a bunch too. Until I get used to where the shifting points and stuff are on the truck, I'll miss a gear here and there. Get the old oh, well, wrong spot. Sorry, car. I'm coming over. You're gonna have to deal with a semi being in your way. Because we gotta make a right turn up here. Oh, look at that. Peterbilt dealer up on the left. God, I love listening to that sound, though. All right, back in max gear, and we are gonna get back up to cruising speed here. I'm actually speeding a little bit. It's all right though, because we still got some good traction. There's a little bit of snow on the road, but nothing super major. Nothing to write home about. Pretty sure let's see, this has probably got to be a 70,000 pound unit, I would imagine. Right around there, depending on how much that plow actually weighs. This is one thing of this that you don't, not quite realistic for a simulator, is the fact that you can take a trailer and go down the road and not know how much you weigh, how much you actually weigh. So it's one of those situations that it bugs me a bit, because I absolutely have to know what I'm weighing as I'm going down the road. Like, I gotta know the specifics of each axle, just because it's, for non-CDL people, it's kind of like a why, but as any CDL holder will explain to you, they scrutinize how much weight is on each axle of the truck, or pair of axles if you have like a tandem set. Like my drives back there are they're tandem set, so they both have a shared number. I'm not going to go into specifics with that now, because that depends on what truck you're in. It depends on what state you're in. Granted, the ultimate big number that you have to stay below is 80,000 pounds unless you're permitted to do so, but where that weight has to be located, I've noticed, changes based on what state you're in, and it changes based on what truck you're in. Uh-oh, we got cops up here. What's going on with that? Uh-oh. Somebody done smashed their car. All right. Sometimes I am also being quiet for a moment here and there. I don't know why. So I've got my setup over here that tells me where everything's at camera wise, sounds and all that. So if you've heard me actively adjusting the sound on the fly, it's not because I don't want you guys to hear the engines and stuff. It's just because I'd rather you hear me over the engines, because but for some reason I keep looking at my preview and not you guys. So yeah, I definitely think next chance I get to go to a shop, I'm gonna end up changing out those rear diffs. It's gonna cost a little bit of money, but that'll be all right. Hopefully we'll make up that money here doing this. So, I mean, for those of you out here who have played American Truck Sim, what's your best experience with it? What's your worst experience with it? I know for me, it was one of those that the best experience was always single player, getting in, having these really cool trucks. Sorry, my nose is like really itchy today for some reason. Getting in, having the trucks, like having the mods, getting this really cool truck, getting your own custom paint job, doing all that. And then the worst for me was the multiplayer. This is before I'm recollecting times before they had like actual official multiplayer, back when it was server based, and you always had trolls around that time frame that would go through and they would like try to hit you and then report you for hitting them, and the admins would see the collisions and go, oh well, you must be hitting them, and then you get like banned for 3 days, and it's like, what? I'm just trying to enjoy the game here, guys. But I'm really glad that they have actual like private server multiplayer now, just because it gets rid of that. Like, for me, it's one of those situations where, like, I only usually ever play this with my close friends anyway. When I was playing non-server or non-private server, I was always like, let's meet up with my buddies and we're just gonna convoy in a group of like 3 or 4 trucks together. Like, I never got into the massive like company convoys and stuff like that, just because they were so hard to put together. You had to show up like an hour before, log in, sit there in your truck, touch the pedal every so often so you wouldn't get kicked out. Like, it was a pain in the rear. I definitely love what they did with the multiplayer now. Alright, looks like our stop is coming up here. Right. All right, let's get this load backed in. Oh, that's going to be fairly easy. Question is, can I turn this long truck around and still try to stick it in there? Because I don't know about y'all, but for those of you out there who done this, I don't like blind backing, and I won't unless I absolutely have to. Because, and it's not just, that's what the teacher told me to say. No, like, that's because blind backing is so much more dangerous. It's more dangerous. You can't see where your trailer is half the time. You got to get out and look to make sure you're not hitting nothing. It's literally just faster to stretch them air hoses just a little bit, flip the trailer all the way around, and try to do what you can to put it in there where you can see it. All right, let's kill the Jake brake. Ooh, that's going to be a problem. got a little bit confused there on which marker was my inside and which marker was my outside. So we're going to have a pull forward, but whatever. All right. So, thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, that's about all that I have for this one. Like I said, you guys are going to be in the truck with me whenever I'm running, especially for this profile. So, thank you guys so much for watching. If you like this video, make sure that you click the like button and then you subscribe, because I'm going to be doing a lot more of this. Just because, you know, this is one of those things that's a guilty pleasure for me. I play this game a lot on my own anyway. Might as well show you guys what I'm doing. Don't forget, I did say at the beginning-ish part of this video that I do have a goal to reach 1,000 subscribers. After this video, I am contemplating putting up an actual goal list somewhere on screen for future videos, so that way you guys can actually see where we're going. So make sure you click the subscribe button and make sure you share this with your friends, because I definitely want to make it to that 1,000. If you guys can help me, that would be great. But I'm going to do the work, all that I can myself, to make sure I get to that point. So once again, I appreciate you guys being here with me through all of this, and I'll see you guys next time. And as always, keep it twisted. Bye!